In education, I think that in terms of teaching and training, that there could be some real opportunities to bring the idea of what are sustainable livelihoods into the teacher training program. Let's bring development into teacher training. Let's train teachers to train students to be instruments of change in development. The student's role in change. You know, there's some really wonderful things about coming to the Philippines. One is that young people are quite respectful to their elders. And having raised a son in Canada who was maybe not so respectful at times, it certainly is wonderful to see that. But there is an opportunity here in the Philippines and across Asia to take perhaps more of an international perspective on what it means to be a student. Students, you are the future. Your ideas are important. Your vision will become the vision of the Philippines. Internationally, students speak up more. If you look in North America, they're more assertive about their ideas. I encourage students everywhere, in every part of the world, to be assertive about their ideas and to use their ideas a way of testing the possibilities for change. Volunteering is a great way to make a difference, and it's also a great way to develop your skills. There is a VSO counterpart, Bahagana, in the Philippines that is not going to close, and that agency sends individuals to less developed countries in the Philippines. So I encourage you to look for ways to make a difference. I encourage you to express yourself. I encourage you to disagree with everyone, including me. The biodiversity of the Philippines is considered to be one of the three most significant areas in all of the world. Aurora has incredible forest biodiversity. Over 70% of the land is left in forest, when the country of the Philippines has lost as much as 90% of its forests. This is an incredible place for trees, and it's also a very good place for the marine environment. Biodiversity holds keys for future livelihoods. And moving ahead with biodiversity conservation, I think brings a real promising future for the province. And again, forestry, continue on your path. Look at tourism as a potential for development, and I know that you're involved with that, and in considering the international programs. The idea of a Made in Aurora agricultural program, I think the time is right to move ahead where all agencies in the province become involved in a strategy for agriculture, for food security, and for production, for better livelihoods for all involved. The marine environment is more challenging. And this isn't just in Aurora, it isn't just in the Philippines, it's around the world. There's a lack of resources, a lack of staff, a lack of understanding of what to do next and where to do it. We need, in my opinion, senior administration involved at the highest level to continue work on the development of biodiversity conservation in the marine system. If we look at the indigenous people, they are inherently connected to their environment. They represent that theme that Ascot has talked about so well, the theme of connecting people to the ecosystems. What we do in the future with Indigenous people will be very much a measure of what the world has done as a industrial revolution society. Again, I think that we don't have an IE program within the college, and it requires senior level administrative support on an ongoing basis. And I think this is the kind of thing, I haven't had very much contact with the Board of Trustees, but this is the kind of area that maybe as a development area, as a center of excellence, that might want to start talking to the Board of Trustees about. What are the centers of excellence potentials for Ascot? This is one of them. I think that there's a great opportunity, given our education training of teachers here, to focus on sustainable development as part of the curriculum, to bring it into the curriculum, to train teachers to help their students to think more, to be instruments of change. We all have the potential to be instruments of change. Coastal resource management is a huge challenge. It's not one that can be solved easily, and the reason is because fish swim. If you're looking at an agricultural system, you can say, okay, we're producing in this area, it produces this much, here's our problems, and you can define things. In the marine system, it's very hard to define. I think we have to continue with the vision that we've developed over the years in terms of coastal resource management and link it to this great opportunity we've been given with the fisheries program in Casiguran. And out of that, perhaps can emerge a real leadership in CRM for Ascot and Aurora. Again, bringing it back into... Aurora is famous for leadership. Going back to the days of President Kazon, there is an opportunity for everyone to be a leader. It's a question of choosing your time, choosing your place, and being prepared. I think that tradition can continue. The link between biodiversity and cultural heritage is a great link, one that will attract attention and partnerships from around the world. And in sustainable development, we can become a model for that, a model down to the barangay level of change and empowerment. The program that Director Makose is working on, the Exxon program, that's not a small program, that's an international program. There will be books written about this that will be sold around the world. There's a great opportunity to do something that really makes a difference and be part of a significant change there. And in terms of institutional development, in my opinion, always look for the change that will really make a difference. Don't just do change for change's sake. Look for the change that will really make a difference. Technology may not be all the answers. We do need the technology of that international website. We do depend upon the leadership of ICTC to develop that, but the use of it comes from the faculty and you, the students, in the future, figuring out how to use it to make a difference. Aurora State College is more than Aurora State College of Technology, so much more. And I hope that I'm somewhere close by the day Aurora State College of Technology becomes